What's up, everyone? Name Code Dustin here. This is one of our favorite shows. It's Sleeper/Undervalued. So basically what we're saying is based on where these guys are typically going in drafts, we like them a little bit more than that. So just keep that in mind.
/Undervalued. Before we get into it though, DraftKings. If you haven't signed up yet, you need to. The games are a lot of fun. Use the promo code FST, follow the link in the card or in the description, deposit $5 more. DraftKings gives you entry into a free game, and if you sign up and do all those things in the month of October, we're going to send you a Smack Talk shirt.
Exactly.
One of those right there. Who doesn't want one of those?
And this show's actually, it's like ADP bargains. But Sleepers is way sexier and more fun. And
people like it. Sleepers.
But I'm just putting it out there. All right, so the first one is a guy that's going to go early, and that's Rudy Gobert. And he is going to go a little bit earlier in drafts, but we love this guy, and he's ranked as our #1 center, and rightfully so. You know, in March, April last year, you know, almost 12 points a game, almost 14 boards, a steal, you know, over 2.5 blocks. I mean, this guy was just sick, and these numbers can grow. I mean, is he going to be a 15-15 guy with 2 blocks? Probably not. Could he be really close to that, though? I think so. And he shoots, oh, by the way, he could shoot 60% while doing this. I mean, he is a fantasy stud.
And he's just exciting, too.
Oh, he's just fun to watch.
He's a fun pick.
Yeah.
Another fun pick is Peyton, the point guard for the Magic. I am a huge fan of this guy. I'm a huge fan of the Magic in general. I just think they're a fun, young team. A lot of talent there. And the thing with Peyton, I mean, again, another guy that's going to go fairly early. He's not, you know, if you owned him last year, you're targeting him this year because you know what he did at the end of last year.
You're loving it.
The guy was a triple-double machine. I mean, I think he has a legit chance of leading the league in triple-doubles this year. And for a guy that
Westbrook?
has a legit chance.
Okay.
I mean, with Westbrook, with Durant back, I mean, that's true. I mean, yeah, if Durant's not there, then okay, Westbrook's gonna win it. He'll be top 3 with the potential.
Gonna get some trip dubs out of Peyton.
He's gonna be. I'm excited about him. Just pay the price, you'll be happy.
I cannot wait because I'm gonna mess with Dustin in the draft and be like, I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take him. He's gonna reach.
I'll reach. I don't care. Second round.
All right, you. Wow, I hope you do.
I might not do that.
All right, Cantor's my next guy, and when playing with the Thunder, he actually was very solid last year. And again, towards the end of the year, 19 points, almost 12 boards. So you gotta love that. What the problem with him is he's flat-footed, so his defensive stats are a little iffy. I mean, half a steal, half a block. That's really not what you want to be looking for out of your big man. And, you know, he's not going to be asked to score as much, but he's still a sleeper because where he's going in drafts is so late. He's going to have a role on this team, and he is an offensive force.
Next one, talk about Greg Monroe. You know, we're going to give you a little bit of in the future, I'm going to talk about Drummond because Monroe and Drummond were hurting each other's value. And now Monroe's with Milwaukee. A lot less competition out there. He's going to be asked to do more. You know, we really think that both those guys this year are going to take their game to the next level. And Monroe is just, again, an exciting pick. We don't know what his ceiling is yet. You know, he's going to go again fairly early, but we think the price tag's worth it.
All right, I'm going to talk about the 2 rookies last. So I'm going to go to Aaron Aflalo for the New York Knicks. Again, I talked about him a little bit in our ranking show, so you got to check all those out because they're awesome. But the thing I like about Aflalo is I think he fits the triangle really well. And he's been a solid fantasy player, you know, on and off years. He didn't have the best year last year, but he's had very solid years in the past. And what I really like about him is he's a very good shooter. So he's going to get the 3 points made, which you're going to love that. But he also gets you some defensive stats. And I think on that Knicks team, they're going to need another guy to kind of pick up some scoring slack with Melo. I think he's that guy. And I could see 17 points a game is not out of the realm of possibility.
I might as well just go ahead and talk about Drummond. Here's the deal with him. I mean, normally when you have a guy that averages just as many points as he does rebounds, you're not all that excited. Because normally it's around 8-8, 9-9. But the guy's over 13-13. I mean, that's just insane. That's awesome. And again, like, even though he was playing a lot of minutes, Monroe still battles for the big man stats. I think there'll be a couple more rebounds to go around. And I just think, again, he's just a very exciting pick. And again, he's going to go fairly early, but you know, we just think he's, you know, when you're looking at one of those guys in the first few rounds, he's an exciting guy.
We have him ranked as our #2 center currently.
We do.
And other people have him at like 10 or 11.
And just make sure your league doesn't count free throw
That
percentage.
is key to this. Very key.
He will kill you if they do.
Hack a Drummond is in play. All right, let's talk about Moutier. Talk about Moutier, point guard for the Denver Nuggets. They shipped Ty Lawson out so Moutier can get all the minutes. He's a big point guard. While he's not going to be a sharpshooter in his field goal percentage, I'm a little bit worried about. What I'm not is the stuff. He's going to get boards. He's going to get assists. He's going to get blocks. He's going to get steals. So all of that around, it's always just good value. And when you're looking for a point guard late in drafts, I would rather take a rookie with upside over kind of like a Jared Jack kind of guy who could, he'll be good, he'll be solid, but an older veteran guy, I'd rather want the upside to see, hey, what's this kid's ceiling, what it really is.
Next, talk about my boy, Robert Covington. Love this guy. And again, he's another guy,
ridiculous.
If you owned him at the end of last year, you're going to be targeting him this year because you remember how good he was. In the last 7 games in April, he averaged over 18 points, 2 threes, a steal, a block. The guy was playing minutes. I think Philly's going to ask him to do the same again this year. Love me some Covington. Get him on your team. You're going to be happy you did.
All right, last guy I'm talking about is Russell. Point guard, lefty, Los Angeles Lakers, 2nd overall pick. And here's the thing about this kid. Kobe's the man out there, yes, but I believe Kobe tries to take like an elder statesman role, and I know this is crazy to think. Everyone's like, Kobe's going to shoot every time, that's all he's going to do. I think he's going to work with this kid a little bit. He knows he's the future of the Lakers, or hopefully they draft him that way. And I think his shooting ability is great, so I think you are going to get 3 points made right off the bat for him. Plus the assists, throwing some oops to Roy Hibbert, throwing it to Kobe. I think the 3 points made and the assists will be good, and he will have some, very good scoring outputs. I think it will be a little up and down, but I do like him this season and very much long term.
And the last guy is Drew Holiday. It's simple with him. I mean, all these guys are slight gambles because you're kind of reaching for him in the draft. And with Holiday, it's not necessarily will he be good, it's just will he be healthy. And with the reports about him being on a minutes cap during the beginning of the season and maybe even about halfway through the season, I think he's going to fall down draft boards. But if you can get him around the 100th pick, I think that's good value. And I think he could be 100% healthy and playing well when it counts the most.
All right, so that's it. Make sure to check out all of our rankings, all of the ranking shows. Go on, subscribe, like
Subscribe.
us, add fantasy advice. Dustin, finish us out.
Questions, post them in the forums if you got any. /Undervalued. We know you've heard most of these names. Watch our
ADP bargains.
Watch our
ADP bargains.
Watch our deep sleepers
ADP
show.
bargains. We're never gonna call it that because people like sleepers and we have to have keyword search and stuff like that. But that's kind of what it is.
Deep sleeper
because
show.
There's not a sleeper anymore.
Sleepers,
Everybody knows.
Sleepers.
Yes, deep sleeper are the true sleepers.
There you go.